Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 1 in another best of 5 qualifier in the Hidden Cup. Hidden Cup is a tournament where we have 12 players, 12 of the best players in the world. They've all been given random accounts, and they've all been scheduled with anonymously, so they do not know who they are playing. They might have some guesses, but of course they will not know for sure. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So today will be a best of 5, which is full qualifiers. There will be 4 best of 5s today, which are all qualifiers. Game 1 is always Arabia. Game 2 is the loser of Game 1's home map. Game 3 is the winner of Game 1's home map, and then the rest of the map pack. And this will be a lot of fun. The first best of 5 went to 4 games, and the games just kept getting better and better. So we have new players now. Seems like the alerts are now working now. CPH AoE2, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. We have, in the gray, Hidden Cup 12 playing as the Mayans. We do not have backed in this tournament, so I don't think the orange player here is backed. But whoever this person is, they've chosen the Slav, so they had a free pick. Mayans is not really a surprise. Slav's not really a surprise either, but they can't reuse these civs later on. Map is Arabia, which we see pretty frequently in the Age of Empires 2 community. It's the most common map for the expert players. And we'll look at the golds now. We have the main gold here for the orange player. Could be awkward if he loses this side because he has another gold here in his wood. Is this MBL? We don't know who they are. I don't even know who they are. What do you think, chat? We got a lamer. Well, Orange sees this, and so the Eagle Warrior's just gonna run away and at least be annoying. That's funny. A large hill here for player number 8. He does have a stone and a gold on this side, so we can maybe wall that in. But we'll see. Eagles in the Dark Age do more attack than scouts do, so this is not a fight that Orange wants to take right now. And he still needs to look for his other boar, which he's finding. He still needs to look for his other sheep, which his opponent is able to see. And so he might be able to steal these. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's look back at his base for a second. Quite an open base. He has a woodline on the left and a woodline on the right, but he has hills on both sides. Secondary gold is here. His main gold is here on the hill. I don't like the map for Mayans. I'll be honest. Normally you want some more walling potential, but we'll see what strategy he ends up choosing to go for here. He is going to get the sheep, and this seems like MBL. Now, we are going to do a vote. After Game 2, we're going to do a vote on who Hidden Cup 12 is. After Game 3, we'll do a vote on who Hidden Cup 5 is, just to see what Twitch chat is thinking. That seems like an MBL-style move to be so aggressive with Eagle early on. But then again, it is a tournament, and there's a lot of money on the line, so it's not really unheard of to see players laming, regardless of who they are. Now, Gray did miss out on some sheep, so he'll need to go for that. There's a couple things that can help you guess. It could be the style of play. Like, for example, if we ever see Vivi in a game, he'll probably go forward. That's what he's known for. We could try and guess with colors, but Viper might not choose yellow. He could be playing here. He could have played in the last best of 5. There's a couple things that can help us guess, but we'll never know for sure. And some people think is Nicov versus Fire. Well, we'll do a poll in the future. I can promise you that much. I think it'll be a lot of fun to do votes throughout the day. What I wanted to tell you before that alert broke my eardrums is that I'm also doing giveaways. So today is one of the last few days of September, which is a Twitch promotional thing where anyone who receives a gifted sub can continue that sub for $1. And there's been a lot of gifted subs today. Kobe's been dishing out gifted subs. And just my community in general has been gifting a lot of people subscriptions. So the best way to support myself is to subscribe on Twitch. You get all the various benefits of that. You also get extra entries into different giveaways and different community games. You get the emotes. So I'm going to do some subscriber giveaways throughout the next 3 days. That way, those who might be on the fence about subscribing could continue their sub with the September deal for just $1 next month. So we have the Feudal Age on the way for Hidden Cup 5. This looks like a simple scout build. And no surprise that we have a barracks up already for our gray player. He's found the sheep, and he's likely starting off with man-at-arms. This is the norm for all mesocivs nowadays. It's actually more common than scouts, believe it or not. And having the extra sheep really helps here, because while the man-at-arms build is strong, it's kind of tough to pull off with your economy. So he's going to get the deer, and he gets the extra sheep. So that's a couple hundred extra food. Despronada says, T90 official, finally time to catch a live stream again after half a year. Love your content, man. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's been a great start to the tournament. I think it's only going to get better as the players progress. And obviously, as players get knocked out, the best of the very best start facing off against each other. So we'll be 4 man-at-arms, actually. And HiddenCup 5 sees this, so he's aware that it will be man-at-arms. He doesn't know just how many yet. But it's very important that you track it. Oh my goodness, he's gone with a range. Huh. So perhaps he saw it was man-at-arms. And so he's gone for a range. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, this could work. But to start off with a few skirms when you see this is a bit weird. And Gray obviously expects him to be going scouts. He's added a spear along with this. 4 man-at-arms and an eagle warrior here. Those skirms are not going to touch that. Huh. That's really weird. It's so hard to mass skirms to the number where you can deal with the man-at-arms. You can actually mass scouts. Sure, it can be difficult. But okay, let's see. He's taking advantage of the faster slab farmers. He's gone for a lot of farms early. And we now have the quick walls on the wood line. So he's at least preparing for that. Berries are close to the TC, so he has that nice and safe. See these 2 idle villagers here. It's not something you normally see from players at this level. But in time, the skirmishers... Oh, God. Oh, my heart. I thought that the units were going to get through the gate there. You dumb woman. In time, the skirmishers are going to be in enough numbers where they can kill the man-at-arms, but... Your opponent is going to normally go into archers after this. So, for that reason, the skirmishers isn't a bad idea. But you know why it's an awful idea? Is because your opponent can add eagles for your skirms. Look at this. Did somebody mess up a hotkey or what? We have a stable now. So, is this intentional? Well, he would have never misclicked an archery range. But he's going skirms to scouts. This is different. But it could catch his opponent off guard. This is very different. So the wall off is going to be difficult. Gray seems to have a lot of map control at the moment. Let me look at Gray's point of view. Will he see the stable? It's important he knows the stable's going up. I don't think he'll encounter it. He'll chase the Vill, I think. Nope, he doesn't know about that. You know, if Orange were to just YOLO forward right now with 3 scouts and 4 skirms, he could actually kill Vills. Because the scouts could kill the eagles. The skirms could kill everything else. He's got to find this, right? Yeah, Gray sees this, and he's probably really confused. This has been a peculiar start. There's a reason that there are certain builds and certain ways players open up. But okay, so it will be 3 Eagle Warriors. 1 is on low HP, a spear, and 4 man-at-arms. And Feudal Age Eagles aren't all that good versus Scouts, so... Now maybe he'll go for an early Blacksmith, get some upgrades on them. Thing about having slabs here is all the farms that you have built are working so fast. And if you get to Knights and Skirms, it's a combo that Meso-Civs can't really stop. Because the Knights can beat the Eagles, and the Skirms can beat the Archers. So now he has 5 Scouts, now he has a bunch of Skirms with Fletching. This isn't the end of the world, really. He's getting Bloodlines on the Scouts, too. I mean, I'm really confused, but obviously these guys are good enough to know what they're doing. We have 12 of the best players in the world in this event. So this is fine, man. This is fine, apparently. And nice micro here, getting some free shots in on the Eagle, picking off the unit there. And you can see the mobility of slabs really paying off now. And we'll see what the economy of slabs can do for him. Of course, Mayans have a fantastic economy as well, but you see HiddenCup 12 running back to his base, probably running back to his hill. Fantastic micro from Orange, I have to say. So he has a gate here prepared. He has the house wall. And he'll run in, I assume. He's getting scale mail armor at the moment. So these eagles will soon be stronger. Does he want to take this fight? He'll want to take the fight if his spears are still alive. And that's why Orange is using the skirms to focus down the spearmen. Oh my goodness, but one skirm is near death. One more has already gone down. Okay, scale mail is now completed on the Eagle Scouts, so they're a bit stronger. But now scale barding is on the way for Hidden Cup 5. So he's getting the defense upgrade. Still, good levels of resources for Orange. You don't want to invest into too many scouts because your opponent's full walled. These guys always find a way. But you need just enough where you can defend. And I think the castle times will be close at this rate. So, to those here watching on Twitch, what are your thoughts? Any guesses? I don't think I've seen anything here that makes me think that these players are one of the 12. I think it's hidden from us. I think it's hidden. Does the Hidden Cup number change every game? Nope, they use the same account. They use the same account. So we'll know later on. Remember, Hidden Cup 9 won the first qualifier. Well, you guys guessed it was Liereyy, so you guys throughout the whole event can try and determine who you think it is. Makes it a little bit more interesting. Oh, wow, this is quite big, actually. So Gray has run forward. He's just run into walls. Oh, there's a hole. There's a hole. Did he see that? No. No! There's a hole. Plug the gap. Plug the gap. I was just going to say that Orange had forced a tower and some stone walls out of Gray. But now Gray just runs right through the hole. Age of Hole Pyres. Age of Hole Pyres. This is fine, though. This is fine for Orange. I think he's recovered. He's going 3 stable knights. 3 stable knights in the next stage. He comes over. He plugs the gap. This is fine, chat. Yo, Usain, thank you very much for the $5. So I just want to make things very clear. Anyone who's interested in donating to the prize pool, there's a link on AoE Zone. There's a separate PayPal link for it. So that goes through a Hidden Cup PayPal. Any donations that come into the stream should be for like myself. So if you're not interested in donating to me, you can donate to the prize pool by going to the AoE Zone link, which is on the front page of AoE Zone, or you can type !Hidden Cup. So we had $1,000 from Crypto Database. I actually haven't spoken to Crypto. Crypto is a huge supporter of the channel with that. That's amazing. And we had a lot of other contributors, which we'll give shoutouts to later on. I just want to make that clear, because you guys are being super good to me, but I want you to know where everything's going. These knights will have chain barding armor, and I think knights are better than eagles here. And remember when I said it was bad that Gray had to build all these stone walls and towers? Well, his TCs are late. Whereas Orange should be able to build a TC, and he's doing that now. He's playing this extremely safe at the moment, making sure he's not getting hit in this open area, and that's exactly where Gray's going. And Gray's going to find out that he's not going to get any picks here. He could lose his Eagle Warriors in one swing if he doesn't go back. Yeah, he goes back. So the Slab player has more villagers. He'll have the TCs first. And he has the best unit composition right now. And oh my god, he had 3 separate groups. He comes in with the Scouts and the Knights, so he's getting so many free hits. Hidden Cup 12 needs a response to this, and it's not like you can easily go into pikes when your opponent has saved to the skirmishers and archers, and they have so many knights. Alright. So, while the populations are close, I think at least for now you have to give an advantage to Orange. When this monk goes for conversion to try and change things up a little bit, it will not get a conversion. I bet you the scouts are going to loop in there for the monk. Yeah. That monk's like, listen, I just have to get a relic, okay? Don't attack me. And, okay, 1 conversion from this new monk, but the monk goes down and pays the price. And does Orange have enough knights here? Does Gray have enough eagles? That's a lot of eagle warriors. And because the hitbox is so tiny on these eagles, they can surround the knights more than the knights can surround the eagles. But look at the knights. The pure strength of the knights. just brutalizing those Eagle Warriors. There's a 5-villager lead now for Orange, and he's killed that monk. So he has huge map control. He's killing the man-at-arms that Gray had here. Not a huge deal in the end. And so I'm really liking the position for Hidden Cup 5. And it was such a weird opening for him again. I was so confused, but I'm liking this for him now. It is only 2 TCs for Gray. He's looking to add his 3rd. But he doesn't have a true response to this. Remember I said Knights and Skirms do fantastic against Plumed Archers. Or not Plumed Archers, against Mayans. Yeah, well, this is still the case. Many people might be thinking, why doesn't he go Pike? And he's going to try that now. And I don't agree with this fight from Orange because he has a lot of low HP Knights. I think he's got to be careful. But maybe because he has more on the way, he's comfortable taking this fight. He sees the Pikeman upgrade. Oh, and he's through. He's through the gate. He's run right in. He's trapped now. He can't leave. Let's see. The monks are going for conversions. They haven't gotten any yet. I imagine they will get conversions at this rate. Orange just needs to commit towards the monks, I guess. He has more reinforcements coming in and a forward siege workshop. He's keeping Gray on his toes, that's for sure. I think that was not ideal that he got trapped in here. But still, with a commanding eco lead, he's still pumping out knights out of 3 stables. 3 TCs creating villagers now. And he is adding siege in on the front. And knights versus pikemen, the knights still win if they have equal numbers, as you can see here. So sure, if you have the Slav economy to make more and more knights, continue doing it, but it is a risky game to play, for sure. So I'm thinking you have to go for, yeah, Scorpions or Mangonels before the Battering Ram, and that he actually canceled the Battering Ram and is going for a Scorpion, but did he lose too much here? Did he lose too many knights? That's the question. The second siege workshop is going to be denied on the front. The first one is pretty much useless. The Scorpion goes down, and Hidden Cup 12 holds on. So a bit wasteful from our Orange player, who's now adding an archery range, and this is the second Cav Archer we've seen from him, which is a bit weird. I thought the first one was a misclick, but maybe it's intentional. And so now I think Gray will not complain. He has 15 more military. He might be behind by a few villagers, but he has Mayan economy. And the Slav guy lost his momentum. That's a huge deal. I think that fight underneath the gate was a pretty big mistake, in my opinion. He had a lot of low HP units, and then he ran in later on. That was 2 moments where he should have probably thought better of it. So guys, just to touch on a few things. So the Hidden Cup is all these games for today and tomorrow, they were already played within the last 2 weeks. So I just want to make that clear. We have potentially 20 games today, potentially 20 games tomorrow. So a lot of people, if like they see someone online on Voobly or playing a game, they're like, OMG, we know it's not this person. Well, it actually could be. The final will be semis and the final will be live games. But recorded games is the best way to do it. That way we can crank out as many games as possible and get as many players involved. Okay? Just want to make that very clear. We have Slav Cav Archers. It could end up being a brilliant decision here because he really just needs an answer to the pikes. Orange has the economic advantage, remember. So he can maybe afford to make a few of them. He goes for the monk here. Kills the monk, he'll kill the next one. And Gray is at least holding, and it's definitely because of his mobility. Having horses is so huge. Just to be able to avoid those bad fights. There's a lot of Eagles and Pikes out now for Gray, though. Since these are recorded, are there any amazing games coming up that you're really excited about? Oh, I haven't seen the games. The only person, like, I don't know who the players are. I have not seen the games. So I'm not spoiled at all. But, again, I just need to make that clear. So I haven't seen any of it. The only person who's seen the games is the admin. That's it. So, even the players themselves, again, they're not told who they played, so they don't know. So this is as good as live, essentially, because this is the first time anyone has seen them, but that's how it works. And Hidden Cup 12 is on the way up to the next stage. So, Mayan economy, guys. Mayan economy working really well for him. He has the pikes. He has the castle now. He'll go plumes and halberdier. Now that is a combo that's hard for Slavs to stop unless they get some siege. And Hidden Cup, number 5, clicks up to the next stage. Now he does have some vulnerable areas with the gold, but for now I think he's okay. Gray won't push out until Imp. And there's an extra gold here. Orange does not see it. Gray does see it. And there's another gold to the north. Gray does not see it. Orange probably does not see this either, right? Yep, he doesn't know it's there. But he does see this one. So he's using those scouts from earlier. Really important to find those extra golds, to find those relics. Gray has 2 already. Orange is working on getting his second, I believe. And there's another one to the north, which you might see. So that's some high-level stuff to be using, some units, not wasting anything. Yep, he sees the relic, he sees the gold. That could change the game. I hear barracks for Hidden Cup number 5. So probably Slav infantry. Oh my god! Orange had the score lead and everything because of the eco, but what happened there? He might not be planning on using these units, but that pathing was weird. I don't know if he patrolled when he was stuck in the middle of Gray's units. But that was not good for him. He's going to go for champions and siege. So champions for the halberdiers and the eagle warriors. And siege then to accompany that for the plumes. But this is expensive. I know the Slav siege is cheaper, but it's still very expensive and hard to get to. Whereas Gray, he doesn't really need to tech switch. He's already creating the units he wants. And remember I mentioned those golds. He sees the golds here. So he can pressure that, and immediately we have a castle from Orange to protect that area. Because this is not walled up. So now Gray sees the extra gold. These are 2 quality players. These are 2 quality players. They're doing everything right. Look at the scouting. The scouting is exceptional. And it's about the relics now. That monk will drop the relic. It's about the gold piles. It's about positioning. And then it's about unit comp. So it's not just the fights. You have the economy, the military, the map control, the awareness of what's going on. And these are elite eagle warriors now. So they're elite eagle warriors. Huge power spike for Gray. And he runs in. He's underneath the TC. He's killing a few villagers. Oh, there's a hole here from earlier, if you recall. So Gray will run into the eco. And this will completely unravel Orange. It's really tough for him because he doesn't have the mobility of the Cav. Remember, he had the horse units earlier. Well, now he's going for 2-handed swordsmen, which are slower than the eagles. And another monk goes down here. Gray's just all over Orange at the moment. Getting lots of ill picks. Boyars now from Hidden Cup 5. Doesn't really have the food eco to go for Boyars and for champs. And he's getting hit on all sides. Now look at this. Gray is here denying this wood line. He's here denying this TC from working. He's also was here. He's everywhere. All over Orange's eco. And Orange is just waiting to get to the point where he can fight this. And I said we'd see the plumed archers. I think we will see that soon. Gray getting as much value out of his plumes as he possibly can. Just crazy awareness of where he needs to be. That's Viper level awareness on all the resources. Everywhere on the map. Seriously. He'll probably come out for this relic now. He already has 3, a forward castle, Boyars, and 2-handed swordsman. That's how you kill the eagle warriors. Even the knights can kill the eagles. But how do you kill the plumes? No surprise that Mayans is picked virtually. Well, we've only seen 2 best of 5s, but 2 players have gone for Mayans for game 1. And Slavs is a strong pick, but it's the transitions. In fact, I was talking to Viper about Slavs last week. He said he likes Slavs, but when he plays with Slavs, he normally goes for a longer castle age because their transition and Imperial is really difficult, and that's normally where they can lose games. Well, we don't know who these players are, but whoever Orange is, he's probably not Viper, because, well, Viper told me that he would not play Slavs like Orange has played this, though he may have been forced to, you never know. So 40 military for both. The populations are actually pretty even. But I think the population's a bit deceiving now because Gray just seems in full control. He arrives at this gold, he's killed some vills. He arrives at this gold, he's killing more villagers. And Orange is just chasing, man. He's just chasing. really is incredible. We have a gate and a house to defend now for Hidden Cup 12, and he'll send Plumed Archers back home to clean this up. The guy's just everywhere. And what's he going to build? A castle here? He's probably going to build a castle right on this hill to secure the gold. This is very impressive late game, man. Very impressive late game. Thanks for the spoiler. I mean, I don't know for sure. This is my guess. I'm guessing just like you guys are. I guess you guys just don't have the benefit of having the conversations that I have. I mean, any player would have been forced to go up to the Imperial Age anyway in Orange's position, but not looking good for Hidden Cup 5. Not looking good at all. He has the gold, he just hasn't had the time. And he's going to lose access to this gold right now. Virtually flawless play from Gray, though. Ever since the Castle Age, mid-Castle Age. And Orange has played really good as well. It's not like we can point out many mistakes. But now it's down to what options you have. And the GG is called. The GG is called. 40 population lead for Gray. He has control of the extra gold. He had control of more relics. And Orange just gives it up. He realizes, hey, I'm going to lose all these two-handed swordsmen. The Bowyards won't do anything for me. I have really no chance here. And so he calls the GG in game 1. So, do you guys want to do the poll now for who Gray is? Or do you want to wait and see another game before I get your votes? Because I do have a poll system which would allow you guys to vote. I'll wait for your responses. You want to wait? See a couple more games first? Yeah, we'll do one more game. One more game, and then I'll let you guys vote. Alright, so there's the KD. And there's the eco stats for you. You can see the wood, stone, and gold collected more for Hidden Cup 12. Food makes sense. Food makes sense for Hidden Cup 5. And we're going to move on to game number 2. This has been an exciting event so far today. We'll start that next game in just a moment. So, Zero Empires is planning on stopping by for the third best of 5 with me. I think he's confused. This is actually the second best of 5, but I'm totally cool with having him come in for a co-cast. So I'm going to get him in here. Chat, I've had a few audio issues today, so let's see if Zach wants to come in, but if he does, then I got to ensure that his audio is not too loud. Okay, so there's the score. I'm going to update the scoreboard while we wait. Cool, we're going to get Zach in here for game number 2.
Hello.
I lowered you just in case, so I wouldn't break people's eardrums. What's up, man?
I said hello very quietly, just in case. So, okay.
Yeah. What do you think, Twitch?
Right.
Yeah, I think we're good, man. I think we're good.
Cool. Oh man, thanks for having me. I'm so confused right now. I was like busy this morning or this afternoon, and I thought I'd missed the start of the games, and then I was like, oh no, I'm missing it. I'm so sorry. And then it turns out we're not missing anything, or at least I'm not missing anything I was supposed to cast. So
yeah, it's fine. You can come early. That's fine with me, man.
Cool.
So,
all right. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. So I think our audio levels are good to go. So
Great.
I don't know if you were able to watch the last game, but it was Mayans versus Slavs, and game number 2 will be Hidden Cup 12's, the Orange players' home map choice. I'm going to show the map pool on the stream right now for those that might be wondering what maps they have to choose from. So we have Cross, El Dorado, Baltic, or Arabia they cannot choose now. So Bedouins, Gold Rush, Land of Lakes, Golden Island, Scandinavia, and Chaos Pit.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of maps here. I like Chaos Pit, to be honest. I think that's interesting. That could sort of tip the cap to who some of these players could be.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's one that people would choose for a home map frequently, you know? Like, I think they might go for safer options, especially ECL maps that they played a lot frequently, like, or recently, like Baltic and Cross and maybe Bedouins. We'll find out, man. I'm going to say 14 here in the game room.
Okay,
we'll
let's
move
make
on
it
to
happen.
game 2. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, Land of Lakes is probably an unpopular map, to be honest. I think, and sort of El Dorado Chaos Pit probably won't be picked too much. But things like Cross, Baltic, Baltic's your pretty standard water map there. And then Scandinavia, Golden Island, Arabia, I think they're going to be pretty common maps. But let's see.
Yeah, we'll find out. Do you remember Land of Lakes by chance from War's Coming days?
Oh God, yeah. It's I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that map.
Yeah, it's different. The reason I put it in there is because I wanted players to be quite conservative with their Civ picks, because they probably won't pick that for home maps. So for games 4 through 7, depending on if it's a best of 5 or a best of 7, I wanted them to at least have in the back of their minds that there would be something different, so they wouldn't pick a Civ that was like one-sided, right? So we have game 2 here. This is between Hidden Cup 12 and Hidden Cup 5. They've switched up the colors on us, so
that's going to make it confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll make it a bit confusing. I had to look over my scoreboard just to ensure that it was Hidden Cup 5 who won game 1. We're going to do a poll after this so the viewers here on the stream can maybe guess who these players are. But we have Italians War on Baltic, so no surprise. It's a water map. It's Italians. Yeah. That's normally how it goes, Zach.
And we're going to get a while to talk about things before things start really getting going here, or we see something a little bit different to the norm, which gives me an opportunity to say kudos to you for putting this event together, because people have been saying, having ideas to do something like this for years now, and no one's done it. Yeah. So I'm so happy that you've done it, because it's such a great idea. And I think it's so fascinating to go through this, not knowing who any of these players are, having to make those guesses, but also completely changing how the players approach the games as well.
Yeah, so apparently I got the score wrong.
Wait. Oh.
So, yeah, apparently, Hidden Cup 12 was the one who won last one. My bad, guys. Already, this is.
Sorry, I take everything I just said back.
Yeah,
this is the mess. T90 never do this again. Yeah. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm such a noob, man. Well, so Hidden Cup 5 is stealing some sheep here. So he's been quite aggressive with the scout. But thank you, Zach. It's an idea that I as you said, other people have had. I've had this for a long time, because my theory is that there's a lot of skilled players in the community who are close to Viper's skill, but they don't have the mindset. I would say Viper's biggest strength is his mindset and how he approaches games, prepares, and all of that. And in the Hidden Cup, you do not know who you're facing. So my theory is that some players might not get as nervous because they don't know who they're facing up against. And also, certain players will not have the time to prepare for their opponent, which they do in every other tournament. So
yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, I know Viper does prepare, he does think about things, and he spends time talking to his teammates about strategy and what they're going to do. Yeah. But I don't know how much he prepares on an individual level for 1v1s, right? Correct. I mean, I don't want to say he's arrogant, but he's confident in his skills, let's say. Yeah. And so it might be the case that he doesn't actually put that much preparation for 1v1, and it's just another day for him in the world of AoE.
So I spoke to Liereyy about it, and I have a Vivi interview that I'm going to read off later on. So I spoke to a few players about how they would approach something like this. Liereyy said that when you know you're facing a certain player, you slightly change your style up. Vivi's actually a perfect example. He said, if I know I'm facing Vivi, I'm probably going to expect something a bit different and non-meta than any other person. But he did say this tournament is going to really show who's in the best form, because you don't know exactly what your opponent's going to do, so you have to scout for it a little bit earlier. And just also, there's a lot of different maps, right? And you have to be smart with your Civ picks. So Liereyy gave us a little bit of
quite well-rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems so. I like that Hidden Cup 5 has actually been quite aggressive with the scout here, He stole 2 sheep, as we saw. He's kept his scout over there. He didn't lame the boar, but he's got good eyes on his opponent right now, and he's at least going to be hanging around looking for the second dock when it comes up.
Yeah, very important that the docks go up. And you know what? Hidden Cup 5 in the north here, he's really close to the water. So that could be bad, or that could be really good, because he doesn't have to walk as far to get to the shoreline.
That's very true. Those berries, for example, could definitely be ranged, but obviously not at the start of the feudal age, since they'll be most likely going into fire galleys. So they're both playing the Italians here. What I don't like is Hidden Cup 12's wood line, this back wood line, even the second wood line. It's kind of well, that is a convex wood line on the north, and this one on the left side is very hilly. It's going to get very inefficient very quick. So I'm not really a fan of his lumber placements, but I mean, I don't know. He doesn't really have many other options anyway, so he's going to have to make do with that.
Yep. And he does have his scout waiting next to the shoreline on the other side now, so both players will be going for Vil snipes. Right when the players hit feudal age, which will pretty much be at the same time, they'll get that extra attack, and that is why Blue is walling in his Vil. Good move.
All right. So who won the first best of 5?
First best of 5 was Hidden Cup 9.
Okay, so that's potentially Viper. Who's winning this
Viper?
One?
Yeah.
Hidden Cup 12 winning?
Hidden Cup 12 is currently ahead 1-0, yeah.
Also potentially Viper. Okay. We got a lot of Vipers on our hands here.
Yeah, everyone who wins is Viper, guys.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be the tournament for fanboys. They can cheer for Viper every single set.
I know. They're going to be loving it. You're such a genius, man. I'm telling you.
I mean, if nothing else, even if the players know who they're facing or have a pretty solid guess, it will be fun for us as spectators because we don't have the clues. We don't see the pings and all of that. So,
yeah, they do have the pings to sort of figure out something. Like if they're from, Brazil or if they're from Europe or China, it's kind of obvious. But at least you have a few players from each of those countries or locations. So it's not certain.
Yep. Well, I believe eventually Hidden Cup 12 will lose his scout. And both players will be out on water with the fires. Zach, recently the fires were changed to do less damage versus fishing ships, and I'm really liking it because the fishing ships stay alive a bit longer, and it's more of a gamble to try and sneak in there to pick them off.
Absolutely. I think that's a really nice change, really, really valuable change, because I think that's just what made the fires so strong before. It's really difficult to stop a fire that's gunning for your fishing ships.
Yep.
But I'd like to point out real quick, very, very different strats coming in here. We got 2 docks from Grey, Hidden Cup 12, 3 docks from Hidden Cup 5, and Hidden Cup 12, the Grey players also added a second mill right now. Very unusual. 6 villagers on berries, 4 villagers on the deer. This is not a standard water play from our Grey player.
Yeah, higher economic approach, right? And he's also gone for that gamble demo. Now, that demo was great. It killed an enemy demo and hit 2 fire ships. So maybe the gamble will pay off here. I like this start at least, but his fishing ships at home, Zach, have all been lost or will be lost.
They will be. There's no way to stop that, I don't think. And Hidden Cup 5 player will actually see there's only 2 docks here. He might even scout this villager taking the deer on the shoreline if he gets close enough.
Yeah.
In fact, he will. So, yeah, I think at the moment we're going to see a very different approach from both of these players, but Hidden Cup 5 will take the water, which is obviously a very big advantage for him.
Yeah, and that was really quick as well. I mean, he got the advantage almost immediately, killed all the fish, and I wonder what his strategy choice will be now. You gotta try and take advantage of the extra water at some point if you know you have control, so maybe some extra fishing ships coming from him, and maybe Hidden Cup 12 will look to land maybe.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting, actually, to see how players perform on land versus water, because obviously some players are very well known for being strong water players, while others are obviously very well known for being dominant on land. It's interesting to me that we're seeing Hidden Cup 12 go for this land approach. It maybe shows that they're not so confident on water. That could be something to consider.
Yeah, definitely. On Baltic, if you're in Blue's situation, there's a demo from Grey, not bad. You normally just wall up to make sure they can't land you. So he's already done that back at home. He's full walled, so it's not as if Grey can really pressure on land right now, but maybe he wants the faster castle time and then he can push back on water. We'll find out.
Yeah, that's certainly a possibility, right? I mean, the Italians go up not super quick, but like they can go up by spending less resources, so generally ends up being a little faster. And with that, we'll see a transition into the Castle Age upgrades. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be hard still because it's not like Hidden Cup 5 is going to just step off the gas with military production. He's going to make sure that water's locked down. We got another demo sneaking in, though.
Ooh, yep, I just caught it there. Wasn't the best demo ever. You know, I just looked, and Blue still has his scout. So if he's able to scout Gray's base, he might get an idea of what his opponent's going for.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, he's going to have an idea at this point anyway, since the score probably just dropped and he sees he's only against 2 docks. But having the scout there could be super valuable if he spots a military production building or more docks being constructed. Really gives him an idea of what Gray is doing next.
And Gray actually sold some stone, so he definitely wanted to hit the next stage faster. And okay, there we go. There's another dock. And this is a dock he should be able to get up, so he'll be going back on water, it seems, with a faster castle time. And that will be about a castle time of 40 seconds faster, not too much more than that.
Yeah.
Or
so
50.
just take a quick look at the lumber camp from Gray in the south. Like, just what I mean about how inefficient that's going to be.
Yeah.
Look at those bills, man. Trekking miles to drop that wood off.
Yeah, I think if he builds another one, he should probably just build it on the other side.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think so. Or maybe even go for another wood line altogether.
Yep.
But at the moment, yeah, he's pushed right up to the docks. There's 3 docks now for him. He did attempt to build more, but we'll see if he can make something of this faster castle time or not. Good defense so far with these demos.
The
really
demo
nice.
rafts were sick there, man. Wow. Well done. I mean, both players have very weak fire ships. The repair was nice from Gray as well. I just wonder if he's going to have the numbers over Blue to take advantage of that 50-second window he'll have. It'll be close.
At the moment, it is close. I mean, it's 4 versus 6 ships right now. That's very close.
Yep.
And our Gray player has War Galley coming in, so Blue's going to have to retreat. Obviously, our Blue player, though, you know, he's been fishing this whole time. That's obviously going to increase his food income quite significantly.
Yeah.
He's not had to build the mill on the berries, on the deer, for example, so he saved some wood there. He should be ahead by all accounts at this stage.
And there's different strategies you can go for here as well. You can fight for water and you can add 3 town centers. Sometimes players will actually stay on 1 town center and go for a faster Imperial. So if Blue wants to go for TCs, he has the stone for it, right? So he has a bit more flexibility with his decision making.
That's true. I think Gray sold 100 stone, right? So he's got enough stone for a second TC, which he's building now. But he's either going to have to buy some stone back or mine some if he wants the third. So it's going to be interesting. See if he stays on 2. But, demos coming in, T90.
Oh my god, 2 demos. Those are actually some pretty poor demo ships, I'd say.
Yeah, they were.
But there's 2 more. Blue seems to have weathered the storm here. Oh, another demo.
That's got to be good. Surely that's good. Oh, that's not too bad at all.
Yeah, not too bad. What is that? 3 fires down, another one damaged. So that's better. But you look at the overall fire numbers, and Blue is way ahead. So Gray needs to rely on those demo ships, man. He needs to send some more forward.
All right. Hidden Cup 12. Throwing down the monastery, making a monk. He's going to convert his way back into this game.
Yeah, man. He's one of the Wololo warriors.
That's true. That's true. And, well, I mean, we'll see what he does with the monk. He's got a couple of relics he can grab. There's actually 3 on his side.
Yeah.
4, in fact. In fact, the relic placement is fantastic for him.
Yeah, it is. You know, he's on 2 TCs right now, so he has prioritized economy a little bit. Blue is still on 1, so potentially if Blue doesn't take advantage of the water, it won't really mean all that much. He's going for War Galley now, getting by Conquerors, so I think he'll take control of this. So he's got to realize this quickly and start adding fish, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. We have got more demos coming out from Gray, so watch this dock on the right. That demo, oh goodness me, that was huge. He's gonna get another one.
Yeah. There's a bunch of weak fires here. It's just nothing except demos for Gray, but oh, here we go. Here's the conversion, Zach. One conversion could help out a little bit.
It's happening, boys. It's happening. Or is it? Or is it?
No
Don't get
ballistics.
burned.
Oh, was it? It was a bait. It was a bait.
HP.
Oh man. The demos came out. These demos can really surprise you, man. They can really surprise you. That's why you can't
they can
camp
really
the
turn
docks.
things around.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like, you know, the demo ships, the mangonels, they're like the great equalizers. They can turn a horrible situation around quite quickly.
Ooh, man, and these demos again. Yeah, good trades. But still, Gray will not get full control. I just wonder if he wants to hold on to it for as long as possible and hope that his extra TCs will be helping him.
He's going for careening now, so he's going to keep going with fires, and obviously the war galleys will do a little less there. Conversions coming through, so he is thinking about the conversions at least as well, not just the relics, which is nice.
Yep. Yeah, that's a large mass of war galleys now from Hidden Cup 5, though, so he can hit and run. It'll be very easy considering Gray has some weak numbers. And oh, Zach, we have a transport ship. Oh, damn it, it was a misclick.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, wait, no, he switched docks. He switched docks with the transport. Yeah, all right, I was getting all hyped.
Still on the left side. But, man, he's got to be careful. I mean, he's kind of leading Blue toward this dock. Is that sensible? Surely he should run to the right, not to the left? Because otherwise that transport's just going to be held hostage in there.
Yeah, you're right. The funny thing is, as well, is if he wants to transport across this narrow passage, he's going to hit the walls anyway. So I don't see him transporting into Blue's base at all, but he's obviously desperate and trying something, as Blue's micro is really good with these war galleys. I'm loving this. Great micro.
Yeah, it's so hard, actually. You know, when you have someone who's genuinely good at hit and run, it's really difficult and frustrating when you're playing with fire ships.
Yeah.
But at the moment, yeah, maybe trying to create distraction by sending the demos off to the right side. But like you say, even if he gets the transport here, Blue player has been so smart in his walling, it's not going to work.
Yeah. And Gray doesn't have a scout to know how easy the wall off was there, or that the wall off even happened. And we do have 5 fishing ships now for Hidden Cup 5. He's actually ahead in Vills, though, so while he didn't add too many more fish, 5 fishing ships is still nice, and he has the extra Vills, so I'm liking it for Hidden Cup 5, who would tie this up if he wins this game.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting. We said about Hidden Cup 12 losing his scout. Well, Hidden Cup 5's scout hasn't moved since the feudal age. In fact, is he going to get converted here?
Oh,
what's
the
happening?
scout's probably on stand ground, right? The monk is going out for the relic.
Yeah. There we go. Just passing.
Just passing, man. Just passing. Wow.
Of course.
I thought the scout would get a hit in there, because it was on stand grounds.
Yeah, well, he's just standing his ground, really. Standing his ground.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Oh, goodness me.
Blue wins water. Gray's got to go lands now, I think, right?
For sure. And how is he going to do that? He's sending the... Wait. Where did the transport go? Did it die? Oh, he's actually got a GC coming up on that gold on the northwest. That's weird.
I wonder if he realized he didn't need the transport and he wanted to send it to Blue to make Blue all paranoid.
Yeah, maybe.
Blue starts farm scanning the back of his base. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this really is mind games, isn't it? This whole series is about the mind games. But yeah, I mean, a great player will end up getting 4 relics here, which is about the equivalent of 5 villagers gathering gold full time. So that's really not bad. And he's going to grab the gold on the left. So with that, he's going to have a lot of gold under his control, actually. And I wonder how much damage Blue can do from the water. I don't think he can do that much.
This dumb scout, man. This guy needs to be fired. He just ran past another monk. You know what? He ran to the relic. I think he's now realized it's been picked up, so he might get a pick off. Yeah, there we go. Come on, scout. Oh, you idiot.
Monk drops it. Monk drops it. Does he get the RNG? Does he get it?
There we go.
It's so close, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He can keep his job. He can keep his job.
Or well, can he? He's going to run away and end up getting the relic anyway at this rate. So
at least, I guess he did something, right?
Look at those Imperial times.
Damn.
That's close.
Very close. Blue is adding a few more fish now. So he has 7 fishing ships and he has almost a 10-vil advantage. He's going to take full water control. He's doubling and tripling down on these docks. I just wonder if Gray can get a foothold on the left. Maybe Blue's water control will just be useless. 23 military, but what will that give him if Gray's not even on water?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it gives him the fish, right? But it's not like Gray is going to be missing too much food if he... Well, actually, with that said, I'd say that back, actually. He's actually only got 2 TCs with farms since that 3rd TC came up so late. Now, if he had a 3rd TC with farms, I'd say, yeah, he's probably got enough eco. It doesn't necessarily need the fish. But he's actually probably will be lacking the food, in fact, as he gets to the Imperial Age here.
Yeah, it's pretty common for you to go straight into condos when you hit the Imperial Age. And Blue will be doing the same. So, I mean, he'll break out of his walls. He might not know that Gray is there for sure, but he might be guessing that. And I don't think he should be too troubled here, because as you said, Zach, he has more resources. He has more upgrades. He might just push that right back.
Yeah, and he's doing his own barracks there as well. So if you look at the difference in resources right now, our Hidden Cup 12 player has a lot more gold, but he's basically at the limit on food right now.
Yeah.
Whereas Hidden Cup 5's got lots of farms, but he's also got the fish. So I do see this working quite well for him.
Wow, Hidden Cup 5 is so confident he created a trade cog, guys. He's going for the trade heist. That would have been something. There's no docks remaining, unfortunately.
If only he had a dock.
That's funny.
Look, he's doing landing as well. On the other side, there's 2 blue barracks, which are going to start raiding Gray's economy.
Oh, that's such a good move. That's such a good move. And Gray's not expecting this. Gray's expecting, at the very least, to encounter blue at his own base. But he's not expecting condos to go into his own eco.
Absolutely.
And, oh my god, I mean, look at the upgrade difference, man. We have solid defense upgrades for blue. Yep, +2. And forging, and it's only forging for Gray. The lack of economy, the lack of food is really catching up to Gray now.
Don't you think that, I mean, Gray just prioritized doing, if I'm not mistaken, he completed chemistry there.
Yeah.
Do you think that's strange? Like, prioritizing chemistry at this point in the game when you don't even have +1 defense on your condottiero?
It's really weird, especially when condos are... Your opponent's going for condos, which are anti-gunpowder, so...
Yeah, that's
I just don't understand the decision. I mean, bombard cannons.
Yeah.
That's not going to be a play either. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, he's already overwhelmed on the left side, and he's being raided at home as well now. +4 defense coming in for Hidden Cup 5 here. The trade cog's still going strong. I don't see where Hidden Cup 5 is going to lose this game at this point.
Yeah. Gray is... He's getting a few useless upgrades now. Like, Illumination won't help him much. Maybe thinking that with the relics he can hold out, but he does not know his opponent has 70 more pop than him. And this is pretty substantial here. He's losing at his base, and he'll lose at the front.
I think as well, I mean, it's kind of hard to make monks work. Condottiero is so fast. But if you wanted to, like, swing this with conversions, he needs to really get a lot of good conversions. And I don't think that's going to happen.
I didn't realize, yeah. He's creating more monks here. I was wondering why he's getting illumination for that one monk.
Yeah, on the left side. But I mean, he's being beaten back here. Surely, I don't see him holding on at this left side.
Nah, I think the GGs will probably come in shortly, and there it is. So, Hidden Cup 12 loses, and now the score is 1-1. You know, in game 1. I thought that Hidden Cup 12 was so much more dominant in Castle Age onwards to Imp. It could have had something to do with the civs possibly, but anyway, he played really well. And now Hidden Cup 5 looked kind of flawless on water. He had a solid build order. He went for the correct approach with the extra docks and the extra fires. And that extra economy then helped him win this game, and we're all tied up.
Yeah, and that's a nice comeback from Hidden Cup 5. Obviously, more confident on water there. Maybe it's a sign that Hidden Cup 12 might not be someone like Fire, might not be someone like Viper after all. In fact, it gives me the impression that, can we get the list of players again?
Yep.
I need to
take a look at it. Go ahead, take a look at the list. Viewers at home can do so as well.
I mean, is it okay for me to make a prediction?
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I've been doing, man. I've been making guesses this whole time.
All right, cool. Well, it's hard to say, to be honest. Maybe it could be someone like Vivi, for example. But I don't know if maybe I didn't see the first game fully.
So in the first game, Vivi was Slavs. So a lot of people were saying it was Vivi because his build order was a bit off. But I don't know, man. I think we're going to find out what the people think. I'm going to update the score, and we're going to do a poll here. So we're going to start with who was the blue player in this past game, guys. Sorry they switched colors on us, but we're going to start with Hidden Cup 5. And on your screen, there will be a poll. Just give me one moment to get that set up. And you guys can vote a number in the chat for who you think it is, just to get an idea of what everyone else is thinking. So 1 is Viper, 2 is MBL. You can see the list there on the screen. Game 3 will be the winner of Game 1's home map. And I'll show you guys the maps here in a moment and see what they have to choose from. And I think it'll be something standard, like Cross or Scandi. I don't think they're going to pick Golden Hill or Land of Lakes. Even Chaos Pit, I don't think people will pick.
No, probably not. I mean, let's see what these votes are looking like at the moment as
Yep.
well. It's pretty mixed, to be honest.
Yeah, very mixed.
Goodness me. Hidden Cup 5. People were thinking it's Fire. Oh, no, never mind. MBL has the most votes now.
Miguel is now
Fire's
winning.
close.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
this is pretty well split up. I think it's safe to say that none of us know.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say we need more evidence.
Yeah, we need more games. Definitely.
Good job. It's not a best of 3. It's a best of 5.
Yeah, best of 5, man. Last game, it was almost as if the person who ended up losing the best of 5 needed some time to warm up. But these guys have split games, so it's been pretty nice. Now, let's see. We have Hidden Cup 12. So the other player, we'll open up the poll now. I can't gather anything from these games. I'm not sure.
That was Gray from the last game, just
Gray
to
from the last
remind
game,
everyone. Yep. The loser of the last game. First vote coming in, Viper. Yep.
Yep.
Sounds
Viper.
about right. Surely it has to be him.
Lots of MBLs. Wow.
Could you imagine Viper playing that way in game 1? Come on.
Yeah, it wouldn't be him.
Sorry, it's just not.
Now, it's funny because in the first game, the guy was a huge lamer. They remember that Eagle in the first game, and everybody's hopping on the MBL train because of the lame.
And also the maybe the lack of confidence on water as well. We know how MBL hates water maps.
Yeah,
that
and he's
looked like MBL to me.
He's probably the one player who's in the top 12 here who doesn't always stick to build orders. And he built that second mill and everything. He's probably thinking, it's fine, you know? So, wow, that is the most...
I love how the chat simultaneously thinks Hidden Cup 5 and 12 are both MBL, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Everyone's MBL. All right, then, no problem.
Yeah, well, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I'm really excited to going through the list at the end and finding out who it is. Anyway, guys, what I want to show you real quick before we get into the next game, I need to just let everyone know in the game room that we just have 1 minute before the next match. This is the map pool, so there are all the maps that Hidden Cup 5 will get to choose from here. Or Hidden Cup 12, I'm sorry. It's a bit confusing. I was hoping they would at least stay consistent with colors, but you know how that goes. So I'm going to make a guess that the home map will be something standard like Gold Rush, Scandi, maybe Bedouins. We'll find out in a bit.
Maybe. So assuming, or let's say the chat is correct and Hidden Cup 12 is MBL.
Yep.
This would be his home map, and I agree he'd probably pick something more standard. So maybe something like Cross coming in next.
It's possible.
That would be sort of my prediction if I had to make one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain about that. Cross is a fantastic map. It's
It's so good.
Oh, it's been amazing. In team games and 1v1s, it's one of my favorites right now.
Well, let's see. We are on... Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Did not expect that.
This is amazing, guys. So this is called Land of Lakes. This is the last map that I would have expected someone would pick for their home map. And wow, that's what we get. And we have a Malay war on Land of Lakes. This is actually a map that I've never casted, because it was back in the War's Coming days. Zach was one of the only casters. Yeah, Zach was there. I was watching his YouTube videos back then, man. And so I was doing some research on mixing it up with some different maps, and we have Land of Lakes. And true to its name, you guys can see at home that there are lots of lakes, and all of them have some deep fish in it. So I was really curious just what civilizations would be picked for a map like this, because there's so many different ponds to prioritize. There's very small choke points in between the players. In fact, there's only one way to access each other. And they've gone with Malay, Zach. Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if they're thinking harbors here, or if they just think, Malay are an all-round strong civ on land and water. But, the potential for harbors to just cover this map would be... I think that would be epic, but I think it's unlikely. It seems a lot of players forget about that tech, or forget about that bonus. But anyway, this map is kind of crazy. I mean, it is a mix of land and water. I mean, let's remember that Hidden Cup 12 lost the water map, the Baltic.
Yes.
So it's interesting they'd go for a map like this, but remember, it's not full water, so got to find that balance.
And to those watching at home, I know this can be a bit confusing because we don't have the player names and they've switched the colors on us. So again, as Zach said, Hidden Cup 12 lost to the last game. He was gray in that game too. And Hidden Cup 5 was blue in the last game. He's now chosen yellow. So obviously it's TheViper, right?
Obviously. I mean, who else would pick yellow? It's
Nobody
not
else.
possible that anyone else would take that color.
So, Zach, I've never casted this. I did watch some recorded games with this map. And back in AOC days, people were picking Japanese because of the fishing ship armor. We also saw Mongols for the fast up times. And I'm thinking they might choose Malay for the same reason, so they can fight for the pawns. Do you have any other thoughts about this map? Because I genuinely have no clue what we're going to see here.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it's possible to do a lot of things, right? I mean, you can try and wall up the choke points, for example, because there's very small choke points here. Like,
yeah.
If you were gray, for example, you need to wall like 3 pieces of land, and that's it. You're closed.
Yep.
But then obviously there's a huge potential for landing, which we never saw so much. Well, it existed in AOC, but you couldn't make a transport in the Dark Age.
Yes.
Not that people are typically doing that these days anyway, but it does sometimes happen from time to time. And yeah, I mean, fighting for the ponds, I mean, you've got to first of all scout. I mean, it's so valuable to scout, figure out which ponds are actually worth fishing, because some ponds are really bad in terms of where you might place your dock and then where the fish are in relation to that. So you've got to figure out which ponds you want to dock, and you could dock aggressively, you could dock defensively, but I think typically defensively is the better play, or the most common play on this map.
Yeah, you're right. I mentioned how Mongols would be a strong pick because Mongols advance faster to the next stage. Well, they don't advance faster to the next stage, but they hunt faster, which helps with that. Malay, they advance faster to the next stage, and you can already see the villagers running out now. It's interesting where Gray is choosing to wall. He doesn't have full scouting info, so he's walling in an area he doesn't really need to wall up. There's a choke point on the right, and there's this one choke point on the left.
This is Liereyy, I'm telling you. Interesting that he's walling there, though. I mean, he must assume it goes all the way up, but nope.
Yep. You got to scout, man. You got to scout, and yellow is double docking in the back, so they both have this larger pond or lake on the side with more deep fish. So double docking, I believe he's going to double dock because of that villager being out there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's really greedy.
Yeah.
But he's got a better lake as well, actually. He's got a lot more fish in this lake compared to Gray, who has 3 big fish.
Yeah.
Yellow has, like, what, 8? No. I don't know, 7. I can't count.
Yeah, I mean,
I refuse to count.
No math on stream, but
no, we approximate only.
They will just run out at one point, but then we could just have fish traps, man. They don't even need farms. Just back dock, make a shit ton of fish traps, and just duke it out with the two-handed swordsman. Maybe that's what we'll see. And harbors. This could easily be the campiest game ever if they both harbor up all the lakes. I didn't even think about the Malay possibility. Oh, God.
Harbor up and then make two-handed swordsman. It's like the ultimate trash build, isn't it? Yep. It's like, you only need wood and food. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So fuel age time's coming in for Gray now, and he might be considering docking this one shorefish on the right, which obviously wouldn't be ideal. We'll find out soon enough. Yellow is definitely going for a later fuel age and a elongated dark age, which means more eco.
Yeah, he's playing with slight migration, actually.
Yeah, and he's also walling up. He needs to wall the other side. He might not have as much map control or pond control with these walls, but this is basically a fast castle build.
Yeah, pretty much. I think he's actually fully walled, in fact. In fact, both of them are fully walled. And like I say, it's such an easy wall to make. Actually, Gray is open in the middle on the left, but he hasn't really noticed that.
Ah, yes.
And his walls are kind of interesting, but hey, at least he is closed there, whether or not he realizes it. But his faster fuel time, it's much, much faster. He's already up. Bitax is done, and now he's going to kill the scout from Hidden Cup 5 for free.
Oh, wow. He's going to kill the scout, and he's adding fires from this forward dock. You can see Yellow is considering docking this pond, and I like the strategy from Gray. His strategy is to stonewall up and take as many ponds as possible. Now, Yellow is actually surprised. He seems very surprised, in fact, by the fact that Gray's in feudal age. He's building outposts. He might be expecting a landing of some kind, which is always a possibility here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's going to be the first thing you're thinking about, right? Like, oh, okay, I'm not even feudal yet. I can't even defend myself with a
Yep.
tower at this stage of the game. So yeah, it's got to see it coming. But at least it gives him some more sense of security while he fast castles as well. He will probably see the he will see the fire galley here and know that this dock or this lake has now been docked. But so many more lakes, so many more fish in the ponds.
Yeah.
And well, we'll see how he does in the castle age. He's got a lot on gold right now. A lot on gold.
I think he messed up his build order a bit. And this is very different for the players. He only has 400 food, right? So maybe he'll buy some food? Because he's certainly not close to having the resources to clicking up.
Yeah, he might have to. I mean, he's taken the deer, but he's taken them kind of late, so he's not finished them off.
Yeah.
Kind of a lot of gold here. Yeah, he bought some food, sold some wood. He's abusing that market all the way up to the castle age here. And we'll see if he keeps the villagers on the gold or not, because that could be a tell as to what he's planning.
This is a really interesting game. Hidden Cup 12 chose this map, correct? So he had a game plan, and they're level on fishing ships at the moment. The game plan's not bad, really. I'm sorry, what was that?
Hidden Cup 12 is only taking shorefish right now.
Ah, yeah. He needs to find the deep fish. He is redocking other ponds, though. You see this dock on the left, further towards the center? He'll find that pond.
Oh, yeah.
Also the pond on the right where he built an outpost. I mean, there's potential that he could take so many more ponds from his opponent.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I didn't see the dock on the left. But yeah, at the moment, I mean, he's got good vision as well. I mean, all these forward docks and things.
Yeah.
He's going to know as soon as yellow moves out or makes, any kind of movement at all. He did actually take some villagers off the gold, and he's actually just doing a second TC right now. Is he going to buy some wood and build a third TC as well? He is. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so immediate boom, but he's given up all map control and all lake control, essentially. Huh.
That can't be good.
It doesn't sound good, you're right. I mean, he does benefit from having that safe pond in the back, which is really nice because he had more fish. But, yeah, man, I mean, Gray's right behind him. I'm really liking Gray's strategy, and it's so exciting to me that they must have looked at the maps and chosen these maps. I wonder if it's a guy who played around the War is Coming days an awful lot and remembered how to play this. That's another thing I didn't bring up.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good theory, actually.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, it's not like it's out of the question to look at these maps and come up with a strategy either.
Yeah.
So anyone who's prepared. So we know that Gray is not Daut.
Yes. Because he has prepared.
Because he's prepared. So we can rule that one straight out.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely the option to prepare as well if you want to look at the map pool and think about it in advance.
Yeah. So Gray is adding a few fish traps. I'm sure people on the stream will be excited to see 2 fish traps here on the left. We have... I thought I just saw fish traps here on the right. Did I not? Am I blind? Or does he have that many docks? I saw more fish traps, I thought. But whatever. He's got fish traps.
And but the thing is, it's not infinite, Tristan. He's only got 624,951,311 food in them. That's an inconsistency there. It should be infinite.
Yeah, I don't know how you can figure that out build order wise. It's almost too complicated.
You have to account for that, right? I mean,
Exactly.
What happens when they run out?
And we made the joke earlier about how this is going to be a long game. Hey, maybe this will be the game where Malay fish traps run out. Maybe. Who knows, man? Because
it could be that long. I mean, you could make two-handed swordsman for a long time with 300 million food, let me tell you.
Oh, man, that would be awful, let's be honest. But it would be one for the record books, that's for sure.
Well, certainly. Oh man, I can picture that now. I don't want to picture it, but it's happening. So anyway, Yellow taking the time to make some monks, grab some relics perhaps, or just convert some ships. I mean, that seems to be a common theme in these last couple of games as well.
So this middle pond is so important because Gray could transport now and attack if he would like. Yellow cannot do that, so he needs to get some control here. And what you'll typically see on other water maps is players will build a castle next to the shoreline, and then they will redock. But here you do that, and you redock to get a little bit of control, but it's not like you're winning all the pawns. So gray's extra fish now, they're paying off for him, and it's not like yellow can access them at all.
Yeah, that's so true, actually. That's so true. And you know, right now he's got 15 fish versus yellow's 7.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty big difference there. But yellow does have a lot more vills since he added the second, third TC and started booming up really quickly.
Yeah.
And you look at gray's base, it's like, where's the farms? You know, he doesn't really have that many farms. And the fish traps, remember, are quite ineffective once, you know, you're taking from them since they're so slow.
Yep.
So yellow should have more food income, I think, at this stage of the game.
Yeah, potentially faster, right? So he could probably hit the Imperial Age faster. The question is, can he do anything with that? And he's docked the center. And, you know, the monks have actually, it worked out. He's not getting relics. Yeah. He's going for conversions. I didn't think of that, but hey, it
worked.
Yeah.
We got that conversion on the galley almost instantly, by the way. And here's a fun stat for you while we're in the game here. Yellow has gathered 500, nearly 600 additional food this game so far.
Okay.
So the fish, even though he's behind, it's a bit misleading to think that he's falling behind in food collection. He does have more food collected this far.
Yep. And yellow arrives with 2 monks and 2 villagers. Gray might have just caught a glimpse of that. You see these vills running to the left now, building a siege workshop, which you can see because of the outposts. So, again, the middle pawn's so important. And yellow's gonna try and push with some siege. Oh, gray's gonna try and wall this in. That's interesting. Just wall it in. Why not?
Yeah, it works. Build his own siege workshop to defend, and he'll be sorted. Meanwhile, HiddenCup 5's going up to Imp, but villagers having to run back, and well, he can't wall it up in time. So, nice try, but better luck next time.
I can't wall it up. He lost a villager. He's joined the other side. And yellow seems really intent on holding this position because he's building a watchtower next to his siege workshop. That's interesting. Oh, and a 4th conversion now as well. Convert her back.
Oh, she's gone.
Wait. He got atonement, didn't he?
Yeah, he's going to try and convert the monks here. If he gets both the monks, that's going to be nice.
Interesting. So he gets atonement. Yellow's just running away from this with his monk. And the tower is going to go up, so these monks need to hide underneath the tower.
3 villagers, though.
This is so awkward. This is so awkward. Villagers going back and forth. Is the tower going to be denied? No, are you kidding me?
Yes, it is. It is. The villager can't build it because she's on the wrong side.
Yeah.
She's walking around. Where's she going?
Oh god! And then the scout gets converted by yellow. I know. What a mess, man.
What a mess. Oh man, that villager. She's not going to get the tower. Well, she is going to get it, but it immediately goes down. And that mangonel go down to the bills.
What on earth did we just see? Yellow doesn't really have any control here now, despite converting that scout, and gray should be able to get a few conversions and wall this up. I mean, meanwhile, players are going to be going for water control. You can see HiddenCup is researching more galley now. This is so funny, man.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. No one has a castle, by the way, so no thalassocracy yet for the harbors, but I think we will see that very soon from HiddenCup 5 as the castle is being built on his side. And meanwhile, the fight here continues. Well, it doesn't really continue. It gets sort of repelled, let's say.
Yeah.
HiddenCup 12 going to convert that siege workshop, and maybe... Yeah, he's even converted the blacksmith. Oh wait, was that his all along? I can't remember. Either way,
it's
he's
okay.
Pushed this back.
we do not judge. that was way too crazy to remember. I'm pretty sure that was his. But you know, a few fire ships now. So players are fighting for that left-hand pond. HiddenCup 12 has done a good job at securing this, but he needs to get the upgrade to War Galley so he can have fire ships. HiddenCup 5 is going for Galleon now, and he has Galleon in the center. There's that castle that you said, Zach. And
yeah, that's so valuable.
Wow, yeah, if he controls this, I think he can land again at any time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a huge part as well about having Galleon here instead of fires, is that you just get the range as well. So you can get a lot of damage done from the shorelines here, since there's just so many areas of the map which are exposed to a shoreline somewhere.
Yeah, where do you go from here? It's got to be Trebs and Navy, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that castle from yellow can go down to a Treb on the other side.
Yeah.
But at the moment, Gray has no idea that's there, and he's just working to build docks back on his side. And there you go, thalassocracy coming in for a great player.
God. Oh
buckle
boy.
Up, folks.
Yeah, buckle up. This is going to be a long game. These docks are soon going to be harbors. And Gray has a lot of docks. He's actually adding docks to some of the pawns. Man. Oh boy. This is going to be crazy. I have the biggest
grin on my face right now because, you know, you see this so rarely, but it's so good. And, like, this could be so cool, seeing so many harbors coming up all over the map.
Oh, it could be incredible. And these things are not bad. They're not fully upgraded. And they're chewing up some of these galleons. Jeez.
They do need heated shot. That's going to give them the bonus damage versus the ships. And, well, they don't even have bodkin arrow yet.
Yeah, no bodkin or bracer, But Gray probably feels like he needs to stall this out a little bit. And he's done that. Also, he has 3 relics. There's another one on the right-hand side. He'd have the transport to get it, but he could get that. Did I just hear another relic getting picked up?
Yes, you did. I don't know where, though.
Oh, it's on the right as well. So he could have 5 relics.
Does he see the one in the far right? Yeah, he does.
He does,
a little island there, so that's cool. You can grab that. He's going to have to cut his way to that gold that's bunched up to the edge of the map.
Yeah.
But in the middle here, we do have some action. Galleons coming in. The harbor on its own, they're not able to do enough, I think. But, you know, someone in the chat suggesting maybe Hidden Cup 12 is Tatoh.
Yeah, I mean, Tatoh would be the guy to pick this map. Probably out of all the 12 players, he'd be the guy to pick this map and go for this strategy. So I like that idea, but it's hard to say because on the other maps, it didn't look like Tatoh.
Yeah, exactly, right? Second game didn't look like Tatoh at all.
Yeah.
But so far, the harbor goes down here, and with enough galleons, I mean, it's not that much of a threat. It's not like a castle in that sense, but we'll see what Gray can do. I mean, if he keeps building more of them, which he is doing, it could be quite hard to just push through and repel him. I mean, they are a threat one way or the other. They will be doing damage, so...
I think, so there's 2 benefits to the different units they're going with right now. Galleons are great because if you control a pond, you can hit from distance. Look at these galleons going in.
Oh my god, no.
Probably too far. But the fire ships, the weakness is when things can hit and run against them, right? But there's not a lot of areas to run to in these small ponds. So fire ships in numbers could completely wipe up these galleons. But Yellow's taking advantage of his control now. And he's coming forward with trebuchets to kill these docks.
Yeah, that's good. That's smart. But here come the fires. And, well, we're going to see Yellow just getting chewed up pretty quickly here. The fires come through, and look at that.
There's no way the galleons can hold this. He'll need to get some demo ships or his own fires. And the trebuchets have to pack back up. Gray with the treb defense. Yeah, one goes down.
Oh, and the other one as well. No way.
Wow. Dude,
that's some pathfinding for you there, though. It went the wrong way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this really has... This strategy in this game has Tatoh written all over it, I think, because he seems comfortable with camping the ponds. Look on the right, he has a dock there. He's getting guard tower now. This might be Tatoh. We might have the first sure guess.
It might be. It really might be. Well, Thalassocracy also done for Hidden Cup 5. Both players completing Masonry. Super important to get that. We've said, you know, we need to see heated shot. We're also getting shipwright from Hidden Cup 12. So obviously thinking this could go long, definitely need to invest here into to shipwright and the long-term plan.
I have to appreciate the players knowing how well Malay would be on this map because they haven't prepared for it again. So credit to the players for knowing that Malay would be a strong pick here. Because the Civ is hidden pick, so when they pick their Civ, they don't know what their opponents is until they get into the game. And we have guard towers and docks now on the left from Gray, and he knows how important the water control is. My god, man.
there's harbors everywhere. There's like a line of harbors, and then like a no man's land in the middle. Yeah. But, I mean, people saying as well, I mean, it could still be MBL. I mean, MBL is... I think we don't give MBL enough credit for strategy. I mean, look at how he played with the Chinese recently, using Great Wall and, you know, 8 KHP bombard towers to just, you know, blast his opponents with big, heavy balls, you know? I mean, people shouldn't underestimate MBL.
For sure. It's going to be really funny to look back and see who the players are. We're probably going to get it all wrong, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bombard cannon now for Yellow.
The solution to that, by the way, is just guess, over the course of the best of 5, guess every player.
Yeah, you'll never be wrong.
Then you can't be wrong. So yeah, I said it.
Yeah, you said it, man. Look at the wood lines for Yellow. Just now thinking of this, he has to force a castle down because that's his whole wood line there. And players are gonna run out of wood if they're making so many docks and so many ships. They will need control of that.
That's true. I mean, he does have wood on the left, which is kind of backed up by all these harbors, so that's opportunity. But like, should the game go long, then yeah, absolutely, they need to make sure they're locking down those wood lines.
Get your harbor upgrades. Get your HP upgrades. We have a harbor war. Look at these docks on the left.
Oh my goodness,
this is ridiculous.
That's crazy. I've never seen this before, by the way. This is the first time I'm seeing this strategy.
Same.
It's cool. Now, I think actually, were you talking about yellow or gray with the wood situation?
Well, I think both players might have issues. I was talking about yellow at the time.
Okay, because I think gray is in more of a dire situation with wood.
Oh, he is. I mean, he does have that right section, but he also is going to run out of wood, especially if he loses the front, which is likely at this stage.
Yeah, it's looking like it, but we'll see. I mean, he's going to push back out now with the fires, but he doesn't... Like, yellow has enough galleons now to nearly one-shot the fire ships, actually.
Yep.
That's pretty huge.
And his harbors, so he can back up a little bit more than I thought. And yellow does not have 4 relics. Also keep in mind that he hasn't invested into as many fish traps. Oh god, the bombard cannons! Okay, they're fine. I'm just thinking that if you're gonna run out of wood, the best way to get food income is to invest into fish traps, right? So
yes, that's true.
Gray has that going for him, but he only has 2,000 wood in the bank, while yellow has 6,000 wood in the bank.
Yeah. Yeah, and he has a lot more on his side as well. That left corner, for example, the whole area to the left as well.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
So, actually, heated shot just being completed now. I'm glad to see that. I mean, that took way too long, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, yeah, right now, heated shot's done, so much extra damage to the boats. But he is losing the harbors in the middle as the bombard cannons take them out, and he can't maintain water control there against those galleons.
Yeah, really not the time to complete that upgrade, is it? You would have hoped to have had that upgrade earlier on in the fights. And this is the area yellow focused on earlier. I think he can focus on this again. He actually has Karambit warriors. And he could start running right into Gray's base. There's really nothing Gray can do after this wall goes down to stop the Karambit spam.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. I mean, he can just raid and try and do what he can with the Karambits. And I think he'll get a lot, to be honest. I mean, Gray... Look at the main bulk of his base is empty, basically.
Yeah.
He's just mining the gold. So you can raid the gold, I guess, and then move over to the right side, which is a little better protected.
And these are elite Karambits. They're going to have all defense upgrades. This could really get out of hand for Gray quick. Now, it's funny because he won't lose his farms because he doesn't have any. He probably won't lose his fish traps either, but... still, could lose buildings, could lose villagers, and it's looking very good for player number 5.
Ooh, on the left side, though, we are seeing Hidden Cup 12 player moving out there. And by the way, fire ships seem to do pretty good versus these harbors.
Yeah.
They seem to do a lot of damage, actually.
And cannon galleons. I saw that research come in. Gray also has Trebs in this transport. Hopefully that transport doesn't die.
Whoa. Close. Close.
But... Yellow's pushing the center, the Karambit warriors are coming in, and then Gray is pushing the left-hand side. I still like Yellow's position a lot more. Oh, the monastery is there with all the relics. That is huge.
Oh, that's going down. That's going down.
Wow.
That was like one of his only main advantages, I feel, up to this point. And now that's going to be taken away from him as well, so that's pretty poor. And now, keep in mind, he can't get his gold because it's actually bugged into the wood line.
Yeah. And he's running out of wood. He does have... Well, no, that's his only wood on the right-hand side. He's really being starved out while he's trying to starve Yellow out on the left. Yellow has prioritized the correct pond, and damn, look at this Karambit spam. Out of 3 castles from Yellow. Jeez.
That's probably game. I mean, well, I don't want to call it yet, but losing the 4 relics and having nothing on land to stop this. I mean, he can push forward with the bombard cannons uncontested, take down the harbors, take down the defensive buildings, and, well, these Karambits are going straight in. They're going to take a lot of damage, actually. They have to back up until the harbors go down. That's funny. Yeah,
I love the bombard cannons, though. If he just protects the bombard cannons, as Gray tries to come in and pick them off unsuccessfully, he should be able to kill all of the buildings of Gray. I mean, Gray might not have villagers here, but eventually they'll have to go somewhere. There is a gold there on the left. Does Gray see that? He doesn't yet. Yellow's on it with 1 Vil, but I don't think the left and the right-hand side is as important as the middle right now.
No, not at all. And there's also another gold plugged into the wood line there. That's never going to be taken this game. But
oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think HiddenCup 5 dropping a castle now in the middle. He's built a monastery there. He'll secure the relics for himself. And look at Gray's idols. He's got 60 idle villagers right now.
Yeah.
The things are just tanking for him.
It came down to the middle pond, man. Because if he had the middle pond, he would then have the left and the right pond in theory as well, because he would have been in a position to push that. I thought that the galleons would be less effective, but the initial castle placement from Yellow, all the docks that he got up, really helped him hold that, and now he's pushing back on the right a little bit. This is great.
Yeah, this is really nice, and just look at Gray's wood situation. Look at all those vills. They've got nowhere to go. They're out of a job, and the recession is about to set in as his wood stockpiles just plummet now.
Yeah,
I don't see him holding on here. Realistically, I don't see it.
Yeah, really interesting map. Again, this is the first time I've ever seen this. A bit disappointing that the wood difference is so large, but regardless, I don't think it would have mattered. Look at the defensive and offensive harbors in this one pond to the left of Yellow. There's a gold there, and they're building harbors to try and deny that. That is ridiculous, man.
That's so cool. And yeah, because Gray's built the TC on it, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's not going to work for him, unfortunately, yet. But yeah, the Karambit's is going to keep flooding through. Gray with now 67 idols, and just, nothing's working for him at the moment. So it's going to be tough. It's possible for him to spam Karambits for some time.
Yep.
But eventually he's just going to run out of steam, I feel.
Just use all your wood to create fishing ships and fish traps to replace your vills, delete the vills, and hope for the best. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think
pretty much
this really has to do with how Yellow has played this. If Gray was in Yellow's position, Yellow would have so many more idols because he's had so many forward lumberjacks that he would not have if he was the one being pushed, right? So there's definitely that back left area with the gold. That was very beneficial to Yellow. But all the forward wood from Yellow would have been denied, just like Gray's wood has been denied.
Yeah, that's true. He wouldn't have had anywhere to go, if he'd have been pushed there as well. So I think both players kind of recognizing middle control as everything. And I guess, once you control the middle, you can push straight through the middle. Then you can decide, do I go left, do I go right?
Yeah.
Where do I need to focus? So at the moment, we got a stable coming up for HiddenCup 5 there. I wonder if he's, 12 even. I wonder if he's going to make some elephants. I don't think he's got the food economy for that, but he might try.
I wonder if it was a quick wall stable, maybe?
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, he didn't actually have enough stone for another gate, so...
Yeah, might have been that. Would have been a mind games. Oh, he's found some wood. Gray's found some wood on the left. Let's go.
Migration of villagers over there.
Yeah, man.
Greener pastures.
He also has that 1 gold, and he has a lot of Karambit warriors. Both players do, in fact, on the front. And Gray's just waiting for Blast Furnace upgrade, which is going to be really important for him.
Yeah, he's got to get equal on upgrades. It's not over until it's over.
And if he gets the relics back, they're right here.
Yeah, that, and also the fact that he has the left corner of the map now, where there is gold, there is wood.
Could he come back from this if he raids Yellow's economy with Karambits as well?
Potentially. I don't want to say it's over, actually. I don't want to think... I don't want to be so pessimistic to say that Gray is lost, but it just doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. But the bombard cannons for Yellow are dead. Now, unfortunately for Gray, he only has 1 castle to create the Karambits out of, so he could soon lose it. But there are a few areas, you're right, where Gray could hold to and pressure. It's just wood being the most important resource is the big thing to be missing out on right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, HiddenCup 5 has 12k wood right now.
Yeah.
HiddenCup 12 has 1,400, so it's pretty difficult. But, you got to question how much wood does he need going forward? If he just focuses on making Karambits, then perhaps he doesn't need as much wood. And as you said, he can invest more into fish traps and try and, make more Karambits. But the problem is, with only 1 castle, he's really limited in how much he can produce. He needs something else as well, I think.
Well, there's a second castle going up now on the right. He's also going to get that relic with the transport. But, Oh, there's also some stone there, which would be nice. Maybe he's sending the villagers for that. But he
Yeah,
definitely
another
needs
castle.
time right now because that castle on the front is getting trebbed down.
Oh, looks like Yellow's taken the gold back on the left, though. And I
Yep.
guess Grey was in a little bit too deep to hold on to that. That's going to knock him back a little bit. Meanwhile, Hidden Cup 5 doing Forced Levy. He knows that he's going to run out of gold soon. He's starting to transition into the melee two-handed swordsman and going to use his remaining bank to get there. It looks like that could be the straw that breaks the camel's back here, to be honest.
It's definitely possible. But one big fight with the Karambits from Grey, and he could actually do this. I definitely believe in him because he'll get the relics, right? If Yellow moves the relics back into his base, then I think differently. But he's not prioritizing that.
I think it's a matter of production. I mean, where is Grey's production? He's got 2 castles, and he's up now against, well, like 9 barracks and 4 castles, or 3 castles. There it is 4 castles even. So, like, he's just missing the production. And at some point, whether or not he gets the gold on the map, he will run out of gold. And he needs to be prepared for plan B when that happens.
Yep. This is really interesting to me because normally the game would be over because all the farms would be dead. But Grey has all of these fish traps working. And that's keeping him in the game. He has a few farms around. I don't know if he's even using any. 1. So, military numbers are in favor of Yellow, but he has a lot on water.
Oh, he's taking the wood right in the north as well, look. Like, they're getting everything out of this map. They're finding everything.
Seriously.
Grey's trying to retake the gold on the left. He's building a harbor there. And Yellow isn't really contesting it at all at the moment. So, oh no, he's going to try and rush up his harbor a little faster. Look at this. It's like, let's just build more harbors.
Oh, and he does have Karambits. Okay, so you know what?
Right.
If Grey sees all these Karambits, he might pack up his Trebs and Vills and then push the middle because he'll think that Yellow doesn't have as many numbers in the middle. But Yellow has two-handed swordsmen there, which is going to be so important for this.
And naturally, Yellow's got a lot of galleons still, which aren't doing much right now.
Yeah.
They're not being able to, you know, really do any damage at this stage. They're going to make it harder for Grey to push against him, but they're not really doing damage either. So they're kind of just sitting there, taking up population space at the moment.
I think once you see the two-handed swordsman, you gotta fight if you're Grey, because you know you don't have Forced Levy, you will not have that, so you need to trade now or never. And it seems to be what he's thinking as well. Maybe he wants to stall it out a little bit and kill that Trebuchet, like he did with the Bombard Cannons previously.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, he's doing his Man-at-Arms upgrade right now as well. Does Hidden Cup 12 have enough gold to upgrade all the way to two-handed swordsman and then just spam as well? Because if he can do that, that's going to be huge. Oh, big fight in the middle now.
I think Grey's going to take this fight. I think Grey's going to take this fight, and then he can kill the Trebuchets. Can he then kill the weak castle and the monastery from Yellow? Is this it? Right here? Is this the comeback?
Maybe, but think about it. Yellow has so much reinforcement here.
Yeah.
Like, with how many barracks does he have? It's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 barracks.
Yeah.
Like, these two-handed swordsmen are pumping right now. And if Grey loses his castle, that's going to be a big problem for him.
Yeah, well, Grey,
keep it up, though.
He'll just keep his castle up, but as you said, Zach, just that these two-handed swordsmen do not cost gold. And Yellow, he has the relics to make more Karambits. He has the relics to fund his Trebuchets if he needs to make more. That's not a huge problem. He needs to finish this game. Oh, Forced Levy's on the way! Are you kidding me? How is Forced Levy on the way?
He just sold a bunch of stone. He's mining stone and selling it, man. Like, he's given up on the Karambits. He's like, right, let me just sell all my stone, get some gold, get Forced Levy, get two-handed swordsman, and then we're on a level playing field again.
It's happening, Zach. This is what we said in the beginning. Harbors and two-handed swordsmen with no resources left. It's happening. And will it come down to Grey having the food from the fish traps? Wouldn't that be something? If he just holds out for ages, then he will have the food coming in, and Yellow will be relying on farms. Big fight, though, beneath the castle.
Another one, and I don't know who's going to take it. Looks like Yellow's got the edge. Yeah, I think he's... but he's fighting under the castle. But yeah, the numbers are there.
Oh,
and
the GG.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, The GG comes in.
Damn.
I just got everybody so hyped, including myself, that maybe Gray could hold on. But you know what? I think Gray would have lost the castles there. And there were so many karambits coming in from yellow. He had a 60 military lead that he might have just finished that one off. But Gray was so close, man. He did the right thing to prioritize the pawns, I think. It's just maybe fire ships wasn't the play. Maybe Galleon was the better move there.
Yeah, and also I think yellow was first to move when it came to production on water. So
Yes.
he had a larger number of units to begin with before they started fighting, and in that case he just sort of kept that advantage. But what a mental game. I mean, like there's hardly any wood left.
I know.
There's harbors everywhere. There's fish traps everywhere. By the way, Gray had 38 fish in the end, which is a lot more than yellow's 7.
Yeah.
So was definitely making use of those fish traps, like we said.
Yeah,
But,
and
boy,
I mean, that game could have gone either way. I think it came down to, as you said, yellow pressuring earlier and yellow making the moves earlier, and then he had so many extra wood piles to take control of. If you look at where the yellow is in the minimap, he's denying a lot of wood lines that could have easily been Gray's. Like this one on the left where you see that new lumber camp from yellow now. Gray could have lost that. There's a lot of potential for Gray if you would have just taken possibly more advantage of docking earlier. Remember, he docked and then he didn't do much with it except fish there. Maybe he could have gone for galleons in castle or galleys in Castle Age. I don't know.
Yeah, I think as well, maybe doing forced levy a little bit earlier and transitioning to land a little bit earlier. I think for a long while, actually, yellow was building up quite a lot of karambits, and I believe he almost had his karambits fully upgraded by the time Gray even trained his first one. So the transition to the land-based play was a lot earlier for the yellow player, and that's, in my opinion, the reason why he was able to get so much ground so quickly and then have this big foothold on the opposite side of the map.
I agree, man. I agree. Did not expect that to be picked as a home map there. That was special. That was special. So
that's awesome.
We have game 4 coming up. Game 4 will be in a few minutes. Game 4 will be from the map pack. So to those watching here on the stream, if you'd like to see what those maps are, there's the map pull for you. We have Cross, Baltic, Arabia, El Dorado, Bedouins, Gold Rush, Land of Lakes, which we just casted, Golden Islands, Chaos Pit, and Scandinavia. And we don't know, the players don't know going into Game 4 what they will be getting next. So with that in mind, Zach, you have to be pretty conservative with your Civ picks, don't you? You can't chance it and go for, say, a good water Civ, because you don't know if it'll be water or land.
Well, yes, I don't think that necessarily factors in here since Baltic and Land of Lakes is already gone, but it's a valid point, I mean, what have we seen already? We saw Mayans and Slavs, we saw Italians, and we saw Malay. Yes. So there's still some really solid land civs here. Like, I think Malians are a great pick because they're versatile on pretty much any of these maps that are remaining. Things like Indians, always popular as well. You could go for the Mongols and chance that you might get something like Scandinavia. Indians, of course, would be good if you get Bedouins, for example, with all the shorefish. So definitely some great land civs left, and I think that's really important for both of these players now.
Yep, we'll see. This could be going to game 5, of course, if it's all tied up after this. Guys, here's a look at the brackets again. I'm going to read through some of the info because I know many of you are just catching up to what's going on. This is day 1 of the Hidden Cup. We do not know who the players are. We know that there are 12 players, but we do not know who's controlling each and every username. The Hidden Cup 5 is currently winning 2-1, and I don't know. We don't. Zach and I tried to guess. We thought maybe Tatoh for Hidden Cup 12, but it's really hard to tell, man. It's definitely interesting. It's fun for people to guess. Yeah, maybe. Well, here's a look at the prize pool as well. It is a bit higher now, thanks to people contributing. Big shout out to Mr. Crypto. Thank you very much for the $1,000 for the prize pool, man. There's the champion, runner-up, and 3rd and 4th split. And I think I'll just show you guys the players once more. There are the 12 players that participated in this event. We'll find out who these guys are Sunday afternoon. And we're going to move along now to game number 4.
All right. And are we... Yeah, we're doing it. All right,
yep,
cool.
We're doing it. You know what I need to do? I need to shout out everybody who's been supporting my stream today. It's been pretty crazy. I missed an hour of alerts here. Tringa, thank you very much for the $5. Thank you. Scott, thank you for the 7-month resub. Laser, thank you for the brand new sub. A Volatile, Podman, Sequoia the Hunter, thank you guys for the brand new Prime subs. We had Helga Johnson said all donations should go to me, T90 Gate. I said if you want to donate to the tournament, use the tournament link. That's all I said, man. Bunker Boy, thank you. He said that Land of Lakes should be called Minnesota. Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in with support today. Let's do this. All right.
You know you've made it when you don't have time to read out all the, the subs and stuff, you know?
Yeah, this is true. This is true. I'm definitely in a good place. I'm very grateful. We have Indians and Mongols on El Dorado. Indians are a very solid pick here because of that fishing bonus. We have Hidden Cup number 5 in the south. He's in the blue now instead of the yellow. And then Hidden Cup 12 is still in the gray, so he's remaining consistent with the colors. Zach, what do you think of this map? What do you think of the civs?
Well, I said Indians, I said Mongols, and I said Malians.
Yeah.
So I could only get 2 at most anyway, and I'm pretty happy we got Indians and Mongols here.
Yeah.
I think this is... I mean, okay, probably very, very solid for the Indians to start with, since they have the fish here, and they carry more, they gather it faster. So we should expect to see Hidden Cup 5 get off to a great start. And then Hidden Cup 12, as the Mongols, he does still have the hunt on this map, but it's still, I think it's reduced, isn't it? He doesn't have 2 boar.
Yeah, it's reduced.
So
one
it's
board.
Pretty much the worst map of the lot to get the Mongols for here.
Yeah, and this was at random. It was possible that we could have gotten Arabia again or Baltic because it was the map pack, but hey man, it's a risk you have to take, and maybe that's why we'll see a lot of Indians because people know that this map and Bedouins could be picked. Hidden Cup 12 is now going to move out to his boar, and you compare that to Hidden Cup 5, who's using the Indian fishing bonus with his vills. He's just staying on the fish, which I like.
Do you know who made this map?
I do not know who made this map.
Ah, okay. You may know Please Be Gentle, Black Forest streamer.
Yeah, man.
He made this map, and he made it a long time ago, actually. But it's so interesting that the center of the map is completely visible. It's all visible at all times to both players.
Oh, God, that board lure from Hidden Cup 5.
Damn.
Oh, God. That was not good. That when you have too many sheep, that can happen. The sheep blocked the boar. It was not very efficient. But yeah, as Zach said, the exciting thing about this map is the gold and the stone is in the center, at least the majority of it. There is a 2 tile at your base. So you can always see this. If your opponent goes in and starts collecting stone, you know they're on stone, you know they can tower that, or you can just attack it. It's an interesting element of the map, and I think the map wouldn't be the same if it didn't have this. I like it.
Yeah, the original version of this map didn't even have the 2 piles of gold and stone at home. So it was like everyone was just tower rushing all the time to control the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a little bit of tower action in the center. But all in all, it's tough because you can't farm around your TC. Yeah. So, I mean, I expect both players will go scouts here, something along those lines. But you have to send your villagers away, so being able to wall up is super important, and Hidden Cup 5 has a pretty good map for walling here.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things about this map. There are multiple versions of El Dorado, right? The center is normally circular. It's not like a crescent moon shape. Maybe this is a C for cup. That's what it is. It's a C for cup. So...
Sure, why not?
Yeah, of course, that was intended. The layout of the center will be a factor, of course, and you already see that Hidden Cup 12 is on its way out, and he needs a victory here, guys. So I'd say he has a civ disadvantage, and he also is behind a game. What is he doing with these vills?
Sneaking across there. He's not visible to the center, so blue can't see him unless he scouts it with his scout. Or nope, is he going to the middle? I
don't know.
I don't know either, man.
He also doesn't know where his opponent is. He's scouting the other side, so he might think that blue's there.
Scouting with vills, new meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the irony is that the C for cup is not actually hidden because it's all visible.
Yeah. You're right. That's true. C for Hidden Cup, but it's visible. Damn you for
All right,
pointing
look at
that
that
out.
forward barracks. Look at that.
Huh.
I like that. I like this forward play. That's something that I really appreciate. But it's a slower feudal time. How often do the Mongols get up slower?
Yeah, not often. And now this is where Mongols might be a little bit stronger if they could find the hunt. But again, he's taken most of his hunt now. The deer behind the wood line. Is he going for a tower and spears? I mean, this is honestly pure luck. Because he didn't even scout the correct area. He just happened to show up to the perfect spot.
Yeah. Blue has no idea it's there, but he will see the barracks, so he's going to move his scouts out and spot that now. But here are the spearmen. He cannot engage that. He will put up a defensive tower, but I think it's too late. Gray should get that tower up in time, and I think Blue might just focus on finishing his tower here, but it's certainly going to be annoying, and he's going to have to take wood somewhere else for a little bit.
He's going to have to take stone somewhere else as well.
That's true.
Blue was on his way forward. Seemed like he wanted to go after that. Oh, maybe he was looping around to rush this.
Oh, he is. All right. Well, I mean, with the defensive tower, actually, that's going to kind of be a bit of a flop for Gray in the end. Because those spears can't do anything.
So, Gray has done really well defensively, though. You know, he has a spear going back home. He has some walls. So, he could build another tower, just reposition it. And there we go. Blue can't do anything about that. He doesn't have the stone yet. So, it's almost as if the first tower was forcing Blue into an ill-advised tower. And this seems very MBL-like. That's what Twitch chat is saying. I tend to agree. Spears and towers.
Yeah, there's been a lot of cues that this could be MBL, actually.
Yeah.
This great player. All right, I'm writing that one down.
Yeah, write it down.
We're going to reveal these tomorrow, right?
It would actually be Sunday.
Oh, no, it's Sunday. I mean Sunday, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
How Hidden Cup 5 loses a villager, though Gray loses his scout, and the tower goes up. This is certainly making it awkward for our blue player.
Yeah, and this is exactly what needs to happen, I think.
Yeah.
Blue, though, is making a move toward the middle now with a tower to secure some stuff there. Now, if Gray is fast and he sees this, I wonder if he could get there and slow it down. He's turning around. He's sending the spears. Can he do it, though? You can't get away with that, Hidden Cup 5. That's just not...
He's queuing up a few more spears as well. Now, Blue doesn't know that the units are incoming. Okay, now he sees this. He might
with a bit of micro, he could deny those villagers, actually, from building it.
Oh, he's sending more vills forward.
One.
This seems like MBL, man. Everything about this seems like MBL. And Blue has 4 villagers exposed. He's even sending a 5th now.
Deny the tower. Deny the tower. Get micro. Deny.
The tower should be forced up. But will it stay up? Exactly. Yeah.
The tower coming up from Gray here, but the scouts coming over from the blue player. He's gonna find 2 or 3 villagers there. Can Gray get the tower up now?
Gray's villagers are so weak here.
Oh god, they're all dead.
Oh my god. And the GG is called. He just calls the GG. That was so scrappy, man. Blue had sheep and villagers coming to the center. He said everything he could. That was so scrappy, but what a play from Blue. I mean, he got his tower up. He denied Gray's at 92%. And with that, Hidden Cup 5 wins the best of 5. Wow.
Wow, that was a quick game. I actually thought Hidden Cup 12 may have prematurely resigned there, but he was 4 villagers behind. He probably wouldn't have got the tower up, and man, what a scrappy game, like you say. Super messy.
It's always aggressive like this. It seems premature, but if you look, I mean, Gray would then have no military, right? He wouldn't have denied the stone from Blue, the wood from Blue, or the gold. So I think with such a big vill lead, eventually Hidden Cup 5 would have had a pretty big advantage. And I mean, Blue could have easily just towered Gray then. Gray wouldn't have been on stone, so he wouldn't have been able to do anything about that. That was a quick game, and it seems like the Indian pick at least paid off with a faster feudal time, though this might not have come down to the civs, but instead the strategy.
Yeah, I mean, the map paid off. I guess the civ worked well for the map, which is a stroke of luck, I suppose. As had this been any other map, I think the Indians may not have had such a quick start compared to the Mongols.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's definitely an element of good fortune there for our Gray player. but he did play well this whole series and takes the Blue played well this whole series and had the element of luck, I meant to say. But yeah, we'll take that. And I guess he'll go through to play versus who?
I'm going to bring up the brackets now for the viewers at home.
Let's see.
So he's going to go through to play. There are 4 players who were given spots in the quarters at random, so we could accommodate more names. So Hidden Cup 9, who won earlier 3-1, he'll be playing Hidden Cup 1. And then Hidden Cup 5 plays 4. So we have not seen 4 or 1 yet. We'll have some new surprises tomorrow with that.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's kind of hard to remember like who our predictions were, but it's funny because in the first series, everyone was thinking Daut and Liereyy. In the second series, anytime someone made a mistake with a building or something, they thought Daut as well. And I feel like feel like there's going to be a lot of Daut guesses, and that's kind of unavoidable because it's
anytime a castle doesn't go up,
I know.
It's Daut.
I know.
Anytime someone wins, it's Viper. I mean, it's
just how it goes.
Cool. It's cool, and I think that 12 is MBL, but I can't say conclusively.
Yeah, we can't say for sure. We will find out on Sunday. So guys, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back with more action. We have 2 more best of 5s coming up. Again, this is the qualifying stage. The players who are already in the quarterfinals were given that seed as randomly. So we don't know who's playing now. We don't know where exactly they are. We can only guess. Once again, here's the format. You can see the players that were invited. You can see the settings with the civs and the games. I'm going to be back in a few minutes. When I come back, we're going to do some sub giveaways to the stream. Before I do, though, I'd like to thank Vicasa. Vicasa, thank you for the brand new Prime sub, and thank you, Count Jondi, for the new sub as well. We'll be back in a few.